2 lah. Okay, thank you. Alright, today we are going to revise on all the trigonometrical stuff that we have learned so far, all the concepts, so that you know later when we do your work in class, you know which one to apply. So when we have right-angled triangles, so these are the cases for only right-angled triangles. Okay, we will apply Tuakaso and Pythagoras theorem. Now for Tuakaso, right, you have to see which is the angle that you are using. So this is the so-called the reference angle, and this side will be your opposite. This one will be your adjacent, and the longest length opposite the right angle is your hypotenuse. When we have that, we will apply something called Tuakaso. It means that tangent equals tangent theta, the angle equals to the opposite length over the adjacent length. Then cosine theta will be equals to the adjacent length over the hypotenuse length, and finally your sine theta will be opposite length over the hypotenuse length. So now this will only work for right angle triangle, and what is it used for? What is it used for? It is used to find the length and the angle of a right angle triangle. It is used to find the angle or the length. Next, for Pythagoras theorem, it only works for right angle triangle as well. The formula is c squared equals to a squared plus b squared. So the question is, what is c, a, and b? C is the longest length opposite the right angle. So we have c squared equals to 4 squared plus 3 squared. It doesn't matter which is 4, which is 3, it doesn't matter. So we will have c squared equals to 25 and c equals to plus minus 5. But because it's a length, right, we just square root 25. Okay, we will get 5. So we will square root 25 to get 5. This is square root. So when do you use it? This is very, very specific. You only use it in one condition only. You only use it to find length in a right angle triangle. So moving forward to Sec 3 now, Sec 3, we have to do for non-right angle triangle. So we have something called the sine rule. How do I know this is sine rule? Very simple. You look that there is one pair of angle and one length given. I have one length and angle that are opposite of each other. So now that you saw that they are opposite angle and length given, straight away apply sine rule to get the 2 marks. So the question is, what am I finding after I applied it? You will be finding, see, there's one opposite pair, right? And this is another opposite pair, so you'll be finding this x here. Because this is the one I definitely need, because this is the one that tell me it is sine rule. But what am I finding? I will be finding this first because this is the other pair. So sine rule comes as a pair. Alright? So we will have the formula a over sine A equals to b over sine B. Now don't worry, this is given during your exams, so you don't have to memorize. Or we have sine A over A equals to sine B over B. We will start with the length x first. So we start with the length over the opposite sine angle equals to the length tan, length again, start with the length over the opposite sine angle. In order to find x, you will need to take this value multiplied by sine 30. So that is what we are finding. Sine rule is found or used when we have one pair of opposite length and angle. Cosine rule is used when we have two lengths and one sandwich angle, or we also call it included angle. Okay, we have two lengths and one sandwich angle. We will apply the cosine rule, which is given during exam again. A squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine A. Question: when I apply this formula, what is the next thing that I'll be finding? Okay, you'll be first finding this part here. Okay, this is the part that you'll be finding. So we will have x squared equals to 15 squared plus 17 squared minus 2 times 15 times 17 cosine 100. You know that length cannot be so big, so you have to square root. So once we square root it, we will get 24.5. Okay, 24.5. Okay, last one. We will also apply for cosine rule here. The question is, which one is A, which one is B, which one is C? Now, if the question wants you to find this angle here, okay, if the question wants you to find this angle, then we will start with 15 square. Okay, 15 square. So, this is the last part here. If I have 3 lengths given, I have 3 lengths given, I will apply cosine rule. And we will start with 15 square equals to, because we start with 15 square, 12 square plus 20 square minus 2 times 12 times 20 cosine theta. Okay, this is the one that we want to find. How do we find it? We have to remove all these numbers here. So we will first press 15 square. Okay, 15 square. And then we will minus away the 12 square. Then we will minus away the 20 square. Okay, but for this case here, we have to divide. We will divide by the negative 2. Because this is times, so we divide. Divide by 12. Divide by 20. And you press equal, then inverse the cosine. Alright, and then you get the answers. So the answer will be theta equals to 48.3. Now, when a triangle is sandwiched like this just now, 15, 17 and 100, we have one last formula, which is area of a triangle equals to half AB sine C. So this is the easiest to apply. You applied it when you have a sandwich angle and 2 lengths. When you have 2 lengths and a sandwich included angle. So we will have half times 15 times 17 sine 100. Okay, that's all. So let's summarize all the formulas again. Number 1, we have tuakaso for right angle triangle, used to find angle and length. Number 2, we have Pythagoras theorem for right angle triangle, only find length. Number 3, we have sine rule, and we use it only when we have an opposite pair of given numbers. One is length and one is angle. It must be given one pair. Then we use sine rule. For cosine rule, we have sandwich angle or 3 lengths given. Again, when we have a sandwich angle, 2 lengths and a sandwich angle given, or when we have 3 lengths given, we will apply cosine rule. Now cosine rule is 2 to 4 marks just to apply the formula. Okay, finally, when we have the sandwich angle, we can also use half AB sine C to find area. Okay? Alright, can we stop the video?